Good morning, Facebook friends. This is Pastor Jeff Johnson from Christ Church, United Church of Christ in Norristown, with my weekly thought for the day on Thursday, November the 19th. And my message this morning to you and to me is to practice the presence of God today. Do it today. What does that mean? Stay connected to God. Think about your relationship with God throughout the day. It means a regular pattern of prayer. I would rather just say a conversation with God throughout the day. Maybe you're not at the point where you're doing it all day. Neither am I. But so what it requires is to develop a new habit. Just try it for a while. Even if you don't know if God's really there, God hears you. Start it out. Have a prayer in the morning, and then continue that conversation with God at specific times during the day. If you set specific times, perhaps a reminder on your phone or something, it will be a way to get started in this. If you're like me, you can pray in the morning. If you do that, and then the whole day goes by, and you don't even think again about your relationship with God or your need to remember that God is walking right by your side through every moment of every day. But if we don't recognize it, it isn't nearly as important and powerful for us as it can be. It's important to do this. A lot of people these days, maybe any day, but I'm going to say these days, have issues with their thinking. A lot of dark thinking and feelings these days, and people are down, and it's a tough period to go through. There are people that are gripped with fear and anxiety over the situation in our world, perhaps the situation with the pandemic. There are people who are impatient about things. There are people who are angry at the world, angry at other people. So many things affect our feeling for the negative. Practice the presence of God. I'll leave you with a little passage from the Bible. Don't always read it here on Thursday mornings, but I want you to think about this. There's a book in the Bible, the Old Testament, called Lamentations. You know, a lament is something that you might say or cry out to God or to anybody when you're feeling bad. So the writer of Lamentations was supposedly Jeremiah. And in the midst of very difficult times for him and his people, he calls to mind, he practiced the presence of God. Listen to this. The thought of my affliction and my homelessness is wormwood and gall. My soul continually thinks of it and is bowed down within me. But this I call to mind, practicing the presence of God, and therefore, he says, I have hope. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. Great is thy faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I will hope in him. Have a conversation with God. Check in, if you will, several times today, not tomorrow, today. Give it a try and see if it doesn't lift your spirits, give you hope. I hope you have a great day. Till we meet again, Pastor Jeff, keep looking up.